Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another warm, hopeful, and confidence building episode of English with Podcasts, where learning English feels natural, friendly, and real. I'm Emma, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
And I'm Leo. A big cheerful hello to all our listeners around the world. Whether you're listening in the morning, in the evening, or right before midnight, welcome. Today's episode is special because we're talking about something we all experience.
Yes, today we're learning how to welcome the new year in English using simple words, natural sentences, and real-life conversation.
This is perfect English for everyday life. You can use it with friends, family, coworkers, or even online.
And don't worry, you don't need advanced grammar. You don't need big, difficult words. Just clear, honest English.
So let's imagine the scene together.
It's the last day of the year. The air feels different. There's excitement, maybe a little emotion too.
People are cleaning their homes, preparing food, sending messages, and thinking about the year that is ending.
So let's start with the most important question.
How do we talk about the new year in English?
Let's begin with the most common and useful phrase of all.
Happy New Year.
Simple, powerful, and perfect. You can say it to anyone.
Friends, family, neighbors, coworkers, everyone.
You can also say,
Happy New Year to you and your family.
or a little warmer,
Wishing you a very happy New Year.
now let's talk about welcoming the new year. Many students ask, what do people say before the new year arrives?
Good question. Before midnight, people often say things like,
The new year is almost here.
I can't believe the year is ending.
This year went by so fast.
These sentences are great for small talk and conversation.
Now let's imagine you're at home with friends or family.
Maybe you're watching the clock.
You might say,
Only 10 minutes left.
I'm excited for the new year.
I hope next year will be better.
That word, hope, is very important when talking about the new year.
Yes, the new year is all about hope.
Now it's midnight. The new year arrives.
People count down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year!
After that, people often share wishes.
Let's practice some easy New Year wishes in English.
You can say,
I wish you happiness and good health.
I hope this year brings you success.
May all your dreams come true.
That word may sounds a little formal, but it's very common in wishes.
And very beautiful.
Now, let's talk about something learners often want to say, New Year goals.
Ah yes, goals and resolutions.
In English, we often say New Year's resolutions.
A resolution is a promise you make to yourself.
For example,
My New Year's resolution is to learn English.
or
I want to speak English more confidently this year.
notice how simple those sentences are.
You don't need long explanations.
You can also say,
This year, I want to improve myself.
I want to be more consistent.
That's a great word, consistent.
Very useful for English learners.
Now let's talk about reflecting on the past year.
This means thinking about what happened.
You can say,
This year was challenging.
I learned a lot this year.
It was a good year for me.
Or honestly,
It was not easy, but I tried my best.
that sentence is very real.
And very human.
Now let's do a short role play so our listeners can hear natural English in action.
Great idea. Let's imagine we're talking on New Year's Eve.
Okay,
Hey Leo, can you believe the year is ending?
I know, it went by so fast. This year taught me a lot.
Same here. What are you looking forward to next year?
I want to be healthier and more focused. And of course, I want to keep improving my English.
That's a great goal. I hope next year brings you success.
Thank you, Emma. I wish you happiness and peace in the new year.
See? Simple, natural, and kind.
Now let's help our listeners practice.
Yes, if you're listening right now, try saying this sentence out loud.
In the new year, I want to.
Pause the video and finish the sentence.
It doesn't need to be perfect.
It just needs to be yours.
That's how English becomes real.
Another great question people ask is, what are your plans for the new year?
You can answer simply,
I want to focus on my goals.
I want to spend more time with my family.
I want to learn new things.
All very natural answers.
And if someone asks you, how did you celebrate the new year?
You can say,
I celebrated at home.
I spent time with my family.
We watched fireworks.
Now let's slow down for a moment.
The new year is not only about parties.
It's also about calm moments,
Quiet reflection.
new beginnings.
If you feel nervous about the future, that's okay.
If you feel excited, that's okay too.
Learning English is the same.
Some days are easy,
Some days are hard.
but every day you show up, you grow.
And we are proud of you for that.
As we welcome this new year, remember this.
You don't need to be perfect. You just need to continue.
That is so true, Emma. And you know, as we move into the month of January, we often hear people talk about turning over a new leaf.
That's such a lovely idiom, Leo. To turn over a new leaf means to start behaving in a better way, or to make a fresh start.
It's like opening a brand new book. Every page is empty and you are the writer.
Speaking of fresh starts, many of our listeners might be thinking about their English journey specifically.
Maybe they felt stuck last year. Maybe they felt like they didn't have enough time.
If you felt that way, please don't be discouraged. A new year gives you a psychological reset button. You can decide today that your relationship with English will be different this year. Exactly. Instead of saying, I have to study, you can say, I want to explore.
I like that shift in perspective. And let's talk about the vocabulary of January. We have the word fresh, a fresh start, a fresh perspective.
And prosperous. You might hear people say, I wish you a prosperous new year. This means they hope you have success, especially with money or in your career.
It's a very common thing to write in a card or a formal email to a boss or a client.
But for friends, we usually keep it more casual. Leo, what do you usually do on the very first day of the year, January 1st?
I usually wake up quite late, and then I make a very big breakfast. I like to sit by the window, look outside, and just enjoy the silence. It's the quietest day of the year because most shops are closed and people are resting at home.
I do the same. I call it my planning day. I take a notebook and I write down 3 things I want to achieve. Not 50 things, just 3. If we try to do too much, we often do nothing.
That is excellent advice. Less is more. If our listeners want to focus on their English, maybe their 3 things could be listening to 1 podcast a day, writing 1 sentence in a journal, and learning 1 new word.
That sounds very manageable. You know, we should also talk about the New Year's blues.
Oh, that's an interesting phrase. The blues means feeling a bit sad or let down.
Yes, sometimes after the big celebration, when the fireworks are over and you have to go back to work, you might feel a little bit tired or unmotivated.
I think that's normal. The holiday high is over, but that's why having a friendly community like ours is so important. We are here to keep you company even when the holidays are finished.
We are. And remember, the new year isn't just about January. It's about every month that follows.
Let's look at some more phrases for describing the transition. We use the verb to ring in.
Yes. How did you ring in the new year? This means how did you celebrate the moment it became midnight?
I rang in the new year with a glass of sparkling water and some music.
And I ring in the new year watching the countdown on television with my family.
Another good one is to kick off. To kick off the year means to start it.
I want to kick off the year with a healthy habit.
I think I'm going to kick off my year by organizing my desk. A clean space leads to a clean mind.
That's a very Leo thing to do. My desk is always a mess, but I call it creative chaos.
Creative chaos. I like that. But let's get back to our listeners. Let's talk about the phrases they can use if they want to invite someone to a New Year's party.
Good idea. You could say, "Are you doing anything for New Year's?"
Or do you have any plans for the big night?
If they say no, you can say, "Would you like to join us for a small get-together?"
A get-together is a very natural way to describe a casual party with friends. It feels less pressure than saying, I am hosting a formal event.
Exactly. And when you are at the party and you want to offer a drink or some food, you can say, "Help yourself."
Help yourself to some snacks. Help yourself to a drink.
It makes the guests feel at home. Now, Leo, let's think about the different ways people celebrate around the world. In some countries, they eat specific foods for luck.
That's right. In some places, they eat grapes or lentils or even round fruits to represent coins and wealth.
If you want to talk about luck in English, you can say, "I hope this year brings you lots of good luck."
Or wishing you a stroke of luck in the coming months.
A stroke of luck. That's a beautiful, more advanced phrase.
Let's also talk about the atmosphere. The atmosphere on New Year's Eve is often festive or vibrant.
Vibrant means full of energy and life. If you go to a city center to see the fireworks, the atmosphere is definitely vibrant. There are crowds, music, and lights.
But if you prefer to stay home, you might describe your evening as low-key.
Low-key is such a great slang word. It means quiet, relaxed, and not a big deal.
We had a low-key celebration this year, just some pizza and a movie.
I love a low-key New Year. It feels very honest.
Leo, do you have a word of the year? Some people choose one word to guide them for the next 12 months.
I do. My word for this year is balance. I want to balance my work with my rest and my social life with my private time.
Balance, that's a strong word. I think mine will be curiosity. I want to stay curious about new ideas, new people, and new ways of teaching English.
Curiosity is what keeps us young at heart. What about our listeners? What is your word of the year?
That would be a wonderful thing to share in the comments. Is your word growth? Is it confidence? Is it peace?
Even if you only know the word in your native language, try to find the English translation. It's a great vocabulary exercise.
It really is. Now, let's imagine it's now the second or third week of January. People often ask, how are your resolutions going?
This can be a scary question. Many people give up on their resolutions very quickly.
If you haven't started yet, or if you failed already, you can say, I'm still working on it.
Or, "It's a work in progress."
A work in progress is a perfect phrase for learning a language. You're never finished with English. You're always a work in progress.
Even we are. We're always learning new idioms or new ways to explain things.
Very true. Let's talk about motivation. This is a big topic in the new year.
Motivation is like a fire. It burns very bright at the start, but then it can become small. To keep it burning, you need to add fuel.
And the fuel for English learning is enjoyment. If you enjoy what you're listening to, you don't need to force yourself to study.
That's why we try to make these podcasts friendly. We want to be the fuel for your English fire.
We hope so. Emma, before we wrap up, let's think about some common wishes that people write in cards.
Okay, one very classic one is, "Out with the old, in with the new."
That means let's forget the old problems and welcome new opportunities.
Another one is, "Cheers to a new year and another chance for us to get it right."
That's a famous quote. It's very inspiring. It reminds us that every year is a second chance.
And for our students, "May your vocabulary grow and your confidence shine in the new year."
I love that one. That should be on a poster.
Maybe one day.
You know, we've covered a lot of ground today. We talked about greetings, wishes, party vocabulary, and the mindset of a new start.
We really did. It's a lot to take in, so feel free to listen to this episode again if you want to catch all the phrases.
Repetition is the secret of learning. Every time you listen, your brain notices something new.
And don't forget the power of the small talk. Next time you see a colleague, just try saying, "Happy New Year. Did you do anything fun over the break?"
That's a perfect conversation starter. Over the break refers to the time off between Christmas and the New Year.
They might say, nothing much, just relaxed. And then you can say, that sounds nice, I did the same.
See? You just had a 100% English conversation. You should be proud of that.
Definitely. Every little interaction builds your speaking muscle.
Well, Emma, the clock is ticking.